The math will always evade me, but there you go. And that certainly will run its courses. We are underway, and Gesta in the predominantly orange and already pushing the tempo, and the fists are flying. This now in a super lightweight division. Gesta coming in 3 pounds over, so 138.
I like the fast start and the aggression from Gesta.
Continues to apply the pressure. Somewhat similar to what we saw at the beginning of that Linares fight.
He started that fight well. Linares just answered him, sort of upped his
great
game
fighter,
a little bit, and Gesta really wasn't able to keep up with him. But it wasn't like Gesta was embarrassed in that fight. He lost soundly, there's no doubt about it. But he went 12 rounds with an elite level fighter.
Look at that left hand, naturally right-handed and trained to fight the southpaw stance by his father. A long line of great Filipino fighters, obviously at the top of that class. Manny Pacquiao still active, Nonito Donaire and Gerwin Ancajas amongst many other, and Gesta gonna stake his claim, get back to the top. This will be a 10-round affair in super lightweight division.
What's the old saying that steel forges steel?
Yes,
You know,
iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens
Yeah.
iron. You know, Wild Card Boxing Club is a very competitive gym, and it's a world-class one.
I would add, and sometimes you see a guy, as Rodriguez applies the pressure, you see a guy walk in with a title or a trophy. Having Freddie Roach in your corner almost has that similar effect, because you see him and you know that the fighter is of top class. All right, Beto.
Another thing to get worried about is that Rodriguez came into this fight a little bit upset because Gesta came in overweight yesterday by 3 pounds, so they had to redraw on the contract. So Rodriguez came in at 134.8. He's like, look, I know the deal. Come to the United States, that's what's going to happen when we redo the contracts, but I don't have respect for him because what I saw on video, what he did against Linares and what he's done with other fighters, said he's pedestrian. He camina. That's what he said, that he just feels like he could attack him if he put pressure on him. Also, Rodriguez is used to sparring middleweights because nobody in his gym will get in with him at his size. So he's been getting paid to spar guys at 160, 165 because he, as I said, aguanta. And also, you'll like this one, Max, le va las Pumas.
We're gonna bring a little Liga MX. And remember, Beto, caminante, no hay camino. All right, so round 4. And to talk about the weight, and Gesta looks better than he did in the weigh-in. You can see the wear and tear of the weight cut.
That's not a good sign from Gesta, though.
No.
You got to make weight.
It's a big
It
spot
happens
for him.
too much. Yeah. And the thing is, you know, I believe Gesta is better suited at lightweight than at junior welterweight. So if he can't make 135, he's going to really have his work cut out for him at junior welterweight.
All right, let's get to your scorecard after 3 rounds, Dougie, and you have it 2-1 in favor of Rodriguez.
Yeah, I think Rodriguez was just a more consistent fighter in rounds 2 and 3. He's throwing more and landing more. I thought round 2 was close, however.
And as Beto was mentioning, that Rodriguez said Gesta has a pretty pedestrian pace, and that's the pace we've seen. Is there you see the wife of Mercito.
Rodriguez is setting the pace, and he's working the body. Maybe that's taken something off of Gesta, but I have to wonder if Gesta stepped into the ring tonight not quite feeling himself because of yesterday's struggle to make weight.
Yep. By the way, the life of a boxer, it is tough. And seeing her husband on the receiving end of a lot of punches from Rodriguez, that continues here at the tail end of round 6. Very fatigued punches there from Gesta. All right, Beto Duran's getting down to the nitty-gritty here.
And they told him in the corner of Rodriguez, we're not at home. You need to close this out. Don't give anything away. Put more pressure on Gesta. They said that he's tired. And Doug, just like I told you earlier, Gesta is looking at the clock, and between rounds, he was sitting down on his stool, looking up at a replay screen to see how much time he had left there. So he looks gassed. This is the worst conditioning-wise you and I have seen him in a while.
I would agree with that. And I noticed that at the end of the last round. He's
looking up.
Yeah, he's looking at the screen. I don't know if he's looking at himself or
hoping to buy a few more seconds if possible.
Yeah, looking at the clock. But I don't like that. I think a fighter needs to be 100% focused on the man in front of him.
If they were going to award a winner here on body language, Rodriguez wins. But that's not just the data here. And Gesta's father's face, I mean, it's looked like he's seen something different from his son, and not what he wants to see. Gesta missed on top, catches the body, trying to get downstairs a little more frequently here in round 7. And then he's a stationary target. Rodriguez unfurls. A little left there by Gesta coming up with the uppercut. Difficult moment for the Gesta contingent in the corner. And a body shot from Gesta.
Yeah, his body shots have more on it than his head shots at this point, although that was a nice left.
Kind of came out of nowhere, it worked, but now the hooks and the crosses coming in thick and fast.
Yeah, as both men are beginning to fatigue, they're slugging it out more.
There is an opening for one of these two guys. Gesta leaving himself unprotected, hoping the head movement, but he's getting caught there.
It's a very close round.
Lots of activity. End of round 7. Last impression time here, round 7. Rodriguez pushes.
I think Rodriguez is feeling that layoff that he had, the near 2-year layoff. He's kind of feeling it. Yeah, I'm back in a fight, and it is a fight.
It's hard to keep all that wind in your lungs if you're not fighting. Only fighting can give you that kind of conditioning.
Yeah, you see it on his face, not just the wear and tear of the punches, but just that burn of fatigue in his lungs right now.
Really, perhaps a crossroads here for Mercito Gesta. He's got 2 rounds and change to go. A win certainly props him back up in the direction he wants. A loss, and who knows, he slips into the Neverland. It's a tough business. He looks better. He looks better in round 9. He looks a little more sprite in his step. Yes, Rodriguez, and as we touched on, Dougie and Beto about the layoff, you can see some of those signs coming into view.
Tell you what, Gesta really good. And he hasn't avoided all the shots, but I like watching him slip.
Oh, he got caught!
That hurt him. That was a tempo shot.
It completely stopped Gesta. Now Gesta fighting for survival. But Rodriguez can't get a clean shot to follow up. Oh, he did there! Gesta on wobbly street.
They're showing something.
And I was just saying, I like Gesta's head movement. I like the way he slips punches. He gets clipped right to the temple. It has affected his equilibrium. And in a round that he was winning, he now loses.
Referee telling Gesta he stopped the fight.
What?
He stopped the fight with seconds remaining in the 9th round.
Hey, this is a night of upsets.
Wow.
See, there was a right cross, and then there's the left, and I believe the left landed right on the ear. The knees buckled. But Gesta had the wherewithal to remain on his feet, to keep his balance. He's covering up. The hands are up. They're not down. And we're going to see a better angle. Oh, that was right on the cheekbone. That was right on the jaw.
He left himself open.
Yeah, so it wasn't an equilibrium shot. That was a shot that just hurt him to the jaw and took his legs away a little bit. And I guess he's not firing back. His hands are up, but they're kind of weak.
He threw a punch there.
Yeah, he did throw a punch.
No.
You know, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to second guess the referee because he's right up in there, and he can look into the eyes of Gesta and see if Gesta's really awake or not.
Zachary Young, the referee, did say, we heard it on the mics, to Gesta, show me something about 20 seconds before he stopped. So,
and he's a really good referee, I should say. I don't want to second guess him. I just thought it was close enough to the end of the round that Gesta could survive.
Yeah, and it was, but the eyes of Gesta speak volumes.
Yes, and the fighter's safety should come first, always.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee, Zachary Young, puts a wave and a halt to this bout. The official time comes to you at 2:55 in round number 8. For your winner by KO, ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Mexico City, Juan Zurdo El Mozo Rodriguez.
a todos, los amo. Gracias a todos.